Hi guys, this is Michael from the Board Games Chronicle again. Today I have for you another material about Plantagenet, and today we'll be looking at the battles in this game. I already did the first look at this game where I explained historical background as well as the components. We already had a pretty thorough explanation of the rules in the second material. Now in this third material, we'll look at the battle. And we have one very important battle which actually finished the Wars of the Roses, the Bosworth battle. This battle in the rule book is set as a separate scenario, but in this scenario, we don't use map, we only use the actual lords and the actual maps for them. So each player working behind the scene secretly chooses four capability cards. We'll do it randomly. It will be kind of a solo play. We distribute the capabilities then. We'll also do this randomly as well as arraying. And as you can see, this is a battle-only mini scenario. It does not use the game board, so don't have a game board. And rather than playing any turns, just array lords, mats, play army lord mats for a battle and fight the battle out for victory. Actually, that's what you want to do. And this will also, this scenario, I will use as a kind of explanation how the battle mechanics in Plantagenet works. It's slightly different than in previous ones, and you will see this difference in a moment. Here is the array of the lords. We'll change in a moment. We'll have Henry Tudor, Jasper Tudor, and Oxford on the Lancastrian side. We have Richard III, Northumberland, and Norfolk on the York side. Actually, Richard will die here, and Tudor will actually create the Tudor dynasty, and he will combine both roses into the Tudor rose. How the battle works and what's different from the previous Levy and campaign games? Let us have a look. What will help us? Of course, you are not surprised, guys. The fantastic player aid, which I really, really admire and love how well is done. So this is the battle, and let's go through the process and procedure briefly, and then I will show this in the actual play because I think it is fun. First of all, we should array lords. Array defending lords front, center, then each left, right, and so on and so forth. We will be arraying this in a moment randomly because we play solo. Then, new thing, put valor markers on each lord's map. Those valor markers will allow us to reroll some of the rolls we'll be doing, but only one reroll is possible. So this is a one-time use. Then defenders and attackers may play in battle events. We'll not have events here, but some of them capabilities may actually be at the beginning of the battle. Okay, how the rounds look like. You see, this is nicely shown. You can flee. Any defending when attacking lords may choose to flee, immediately rout. Remove routed lords. Yeah, this is obvious. And then there is a repositioning, because if somebody routes, we can do reposition. We need always to have somebody in the center. Okay, lords in front, fight directly opposite or close the flanked enemy if none opposed. What that means? That means that if we have a fight, we fight 1-to-1. But for example, if this lord is dead, those two will attack the central one. When strike, attackers declare order of engagements. Both sides strike simultaneously per below missiles when melee. This is huge difference. In most Levy campaign games, what you have is, first of all, there was a range attack by defender, then range attack by attacker, then melee attack by defender, melee attack by attacker. No, here we have simultaneous archery and then simultaneous melee. So the battles are, I would say, much more close, and you don't need so much, advantage as attacker to win. And yeah, each unit causes half, 1, 2, or 3 hits. This is based on this beautiful forces disposition. You can see, yeah, how many hits each of them will be inflicting. And yeah, missiles within each engagement, simultaneously total hits. By the way, what we might use and what could be useful is something to count the hits. And I believe for that purpose, we might use some part of the map. Yeah, because this will help us to calculate the hit. And there is even a special marker for this, which is called hits count. Okay, let me put 0 here. And the other one, I should have it in a moment. There are a lot of tokens in this game, you see. Just at the bottom. So, okay, hits. And I write them that way so you can actually see and read correctly. Of course, if you would be playing a two-player game, you would rather put the lords like this, or maybe even use this mat, which helps you to arrive the lords. Okay, so those are the hits. Then we have protection and valor. So units are armored or unarmored. Yes. So armored units each roll within possibly modified armor range, and it will absorb 1 hit. You see the armor. These are unarmored, but still on 1 they will survive. And we can each failed roll owning lord may use upon valor to reroll. Then we have routes. Slide routed units to routed section on the lord map. So here. They may not strike or absorb hits anymore. End of round, route lords whose troops all routed or whose routine routed. So when the lord will route, 2 cases, either all of his forces routed or his retinue routed. This retinue has a pretty nice protection, 1/4, but if you'd like to risk it, instead of men-at-arms, longbowmen, or militia, you risk actually losing the game. Because simply, if it's routed, even if you use the reroll, it still can be routed, and unfortunately, that will end your game. And then there is a possibility for new round. If both sides have an unrouted lord, begin new round. And if only one side has unrouted lords, it wins. If neither side dies, both lose. And then we'll be checking the influence. First of all, of course, something new. So the influence. Influence is gained by the winner. He gets influence rating of all enemy lords +1 per enemy vassal, which could be huge. As you can see, this is influence 5, 4, 3, 5, 2, 2. So these are important points in the game, victory points, as explained in the rules explanation previously. This is exactly what we are playing for to get this to the threshold. Of course, in this small scenario, it doesn't count so much, but in the battles during the campaign, that will make a difference. You will have also the spoils. Spoils depend actually what's the favor of the locale where the battle took place. If it's winner's favor, you take everything. If it's neutral, you take half. If it's loser's favor, you get nothing. Then losses, will check all routed units and roll their protection once again, and see whether they will die or not. This is cool thing, death disband. Defenders, then attackers may play death check events. There are some events which will be helping the lord to survive. Then defenders first, one by one, routed lords roll. If they will die on modified 3/6, but if they decided during the game to flee, this 3/6 is modified by 2. So actually, if you don't flee, you have 66% of death because you have 3/6. If you decide to flee, the roll has to be 5/6. You have 33%. So sometimes, it's better to flee where you see that, yeah, actually the battle is not going in the right direction. In the aftermath, both sides are moved forward, so you need to feed the troops. And no more actions with command card. Go to feed. Yeah, even if you have more possibility to move, you would not be able to do it. Okay, so first of all, let us array the lords. As you can see, this is their forces are already levied. Their valor is also here. The retinue is here. So let me array them. Let's start with the Yorks. I will roll first of all for Richard. 1, 2, he will be left. 3, 4, he will be center. 5, 6, he will be right. Oh, this is exactly how it should be. He's in the center. Now, Northumberland. 1, 2, 3, he's left. 4, 5, 6, he's right. So, this is how they are arrayed. Let me leave some space for the capabilities here. As you know, guys, you can use this or you can use this. I prefer actually to array the lords, but you can also do it that way. Now we have those guys. Let's start with Henry Tudor. Similarly, 1, 2, he's on right. 3, 4, center. 5, 6, left. 5, 6. So he actually would be here. Then we have Jasper Tudor. Yeah, we roll 11. So 1, 2, 3, center. 4, 5, 6, right. 1, 2, 3. Also, you have big bosses in the center, and of course, Oxford has to come here. Yep. So this is it. We arrayed them here randomly. Question: do you see the die rolls in the dice tower? Yeah, I believe this is nicely visible. Good. Okay, so now we can choose 4 capabilities. I looked through all the capabilities which are available for this scenario, and in this scenario we have 13 generic, no rows, and 6 free rows. So 3 rows ones are from the third war. For Yorks, the ones which make sense are of course culverins and falconets. At start of round 1 of battle, this lord may discard this card to add 1 die roll of missile hits. Fantastic thing, definitely would like to play. That can be played only by the Norfolk. In battle, this lord may choose his engagement to be the only one fought in round 1. Why not? We might try this. Final charge. You know it from history, eh? Final charge of Richard III. Not Gloucester. He actually, before became Richard III, was Gloucester. This lord's retinue, once per melee strike, may suffer +1 hit, so retinue, and to add 3 extra hits against enemy. So that could be deadly. And the last, again, the missile hits. So I believe these are the 4 which make sense. Potentially, if we would be at a friendly stronghold, we could have better men-at-arms. At friendly stronghold, again, better men-at-arms. If we were adjacent to Carlisle, 2 men-at-arms, and we can skip the death check. All of them helps in a battle, but first of all, we don't know whether we are in the friendly locale or close to another locale, so we'll not use them. And the death checks doesn't make sense. We play here to win. So we'll have those 4 here. We just distribute in a moment. For the Lancastrians, or for Tudors, let's say for Tudors, it's much better choices. First of all, they can have 1 lord with valor +2, good for rerolls. 2 lords can actually have men-at-arms and militia with armor 1/4, very good, until 3 of them rolled. Very, very good thing. This lord's men-at-arms suffer -1 armor against missile, but melee strike ×2. Also very good stuff. Here we have additional vassal, and vassals have a nice retinue. It is 1/4 and 2 melee strikes. Another great card for them. Here we have this Lord's men at arms have armor 1/4. Very good. Here we have at the start of round 1 of battle, this Lord may discard this card to add 1 die roll of missile hits. And again, this. They have really, really nice cards. So what I will do, they have also 2 which are referring to the friendly strongholds, but as I told you previously, we don't know whether they are friendly strongholds, so we'll not be using those. How to distribute them? Let me do it like this. Each of the lords will get 1 capability, and the odd 4th one will be decided by the die roll, unless, of course, this is a specific capability which can be played only by 1 leader. So 1, 2, 3. Let's see. Okay, this is capability which can be used by Henry Tudor. So let us put it here. This is capability which can be used by Jasper Tudor. So let me put it below it. And the last one, this cannot be used by Oxford, so we need to give him something different. He is getting culverins and falconets, which is good. And then we have 1 more. So let me roll a die. Who will get the 4th one? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2. So let's give the Henry Tudor another card. Okay. Church Blessing. This is Men at Arms. This is also Men at Arms. Okay, let it be. This is just an example of a battle, so if some of the choices are not perfect, we need to live with them. Now, for those guys, what we would have, let's see. Norfolk gets Vanguard. Actually, what he would like to have. Richard III gets culverins and falconets. Here we have culverins and falconets. So the 4th one, we know what is it. It's actually final charge, which can be only here. So let's just assess what kind of capabilities we have. Here, this will be a missile hits, additional charge by retinue. Vanguard, choose his engagement to be the only one fought in round 1. Nice. Here, culverins and falcons, so again, missile hits. Here, men at arms are much tougher in the melee strike, although minus armor in the melee strike, although -1 armor missiles. Here we have pretty good men at arms. Good. Let me see if we need to do anything else. No, the attackers are rebels. They usually move first, so yeah, we assume them as choosing the first engagement. But of course, Norfolk can decide that the only engagement fought in round 1 will be this one. So let's say he would like this to be that way. Okay, he uses this capability. Okay, this is no, he doesn't have to discard it, I believe. No, he doesn't have to discard it. Good, this is a permanent ability. So we'll be playing in the first turn only with Norfolk versus Henry Tudor. Pity he didn't get the culverins and falconets too, which would really mean that he can crash the enemy and do some additional damage there. Okay, so we arrayed the lords, nobody will free and reposition, we go to the strikes. And what I like in this game, that the strikes are automatic. The only thing which you calculate later on is or roll is the defense. So we have first of all range combat, so missiles. How many hits we'll have? So these are the hits which are inflicted by the side. I treat it like this. It's easier for me now to simply do it that way. So this will be similar. Longbowmen are 2, militia is half, so each of them inflicts 3 hits on the enemy on the other side. with the important note that for Henry Tudor, this lord's men at arms and militia have armor of 1/4 until 3 of them rout. This is very, very cool. The first side to take the hit is, of course, the side with initiative, so the rebels, in this case, Lancastrians, or let's say Tudors. Yeah, these are mainly Tudors here who are, on this rebel side. So let's start rolling. There will be a lot of rolling, but thanks to this, I would say the game is not driven by luck. If you have one roll which decides the game, sorry, that's a problem. But if you have a lot of rolls, you have a probability, you have expected value, and it really evens out. So we start. Norfolk. He hits with 3. So 3 hits by Norfolk against Henry Tudor. First, we will take 2 hits against the militia. 1/4 saves them. So 2 hits have not penetrated. Another hit against militia. Also, this is fantastic card, as you can see. It really helps and might help in prevailing in the game. Now, what will do the Norfolk? He will take hit with militia only once, unfortunately. Save them. One is routed, one is not. And again, will take a hit with militia. This is again rout. Now, actually, he should not take with the militia because there will be a melee strike now. So he should take with longbowmen. I believe this is better to do it that way because he will not survive another round. Now we go to melee strike, and we need to calculate for both sides how much melee strikes we'll have. So men-at-arms inflict 1, the retinue inflicts 3, militia inflicts half. So here we have 1, 2, 3. 3 inflicted by the Norfolk. I'm not sure if I should mark what I'm inflicting. Yeah, how many I inflict his or how many I need to resolve. Doesn't matter which way you will do it, just be consistent. Now, they will inflict, and of course we have 1, 2, 3, plus retinue 6. Here we have 1, 2, longbowman does not have anything, so 3 plus 3, it's also 6. And let me just check one thing. This lord's men at arms and militia have armor always, 1/4 until the 3 of them are always. My goodness, that's simply cool. So let me start with Henry Tudor. We have 6 hits to resolve. So first of all, militia 1/4, they survive. Fantastic. Again, 2 militias. Okay, so one of the militias is actually hit. Now we roll for militia. Okay, and we again roll for militia. Tough guys. It will be really difficult for the Norfolk to survive. Okay, now we hit Norfolk. First of all, 2 militia. 1, because they are unarmored, only saves them. Nope. Okay. Now we roll against first man at arms. Saved. Again, man at arms. Saved. Again, man at arms. Again, saved. And one more time, man at arms. No, they would rout. Do we want to use valor? Okay, I believe we don't want to do it yet. We will be using the retinue later on. So not best situation in the first round, and this actually concludes the first round of the battle because only this one engagement was taking place. Now we would normally go to the new round, and there could be possibility for the lord to flee, and they rout immediately. I would stay with the Norfolk still here. So we go to the strike, and we will start engagements. I believe Oxford first, Tudor second, and then another Tudor. So both sides will use here their capability of adding one die of missile hits. So let me roll for Northumberland, not the biggest roll, and let me roll for Oxford, even worse. So those two are gone as arts of war. Now we calculate their range hits, 2 per longbowman, half per militia. So this is 3 and this is 3. So this jumps to 6 and this jumps to 5. And they don't have any special, other abilities. So the unarmored militia has protection of 1. The longbowman unarmored has protection of 1. The men at arms have protection 1, 2, 3, and the retinue has protection 1, 2, 3, 4. First, we roll for the rebels for 2 longbowmen. Wow, 1 survived. That's cool. And 2 hits are going down. Yes, by those guys. Okay. Now again versus the longbowmen. Now versus 2 militia. Again 1 survived, and once again against militia. Pretty good rolls. Pretty good rolls. Now 5 hits against Northumberland. Militia first. Both are gone. Longbowmen. 1 is not gone. And 1 now again longbowmen. Gone. They can kill each other pretty quickly, I believe, in a moment. So melee strikes. 1 from men at arms, and 3 from retinue. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Each side has 5 hits to survive with. Let me start with those guys. First of all, he takes the hit into the men at arms. They are killed, so he will use 1 valor to reroll it. Okay, so they survive. 1 less hit here inflicted on them. Let me do it like this. These are hits inflicted on the particular side. It's much easier to remember. Now, second man at arm hit. I will take this hit. Now I will roll for retinue. 1, 4. They are hit. We need to use valor to reroll. They are hit again. We are dead. Everything is routed. Okay. Let's see. The fact that Oxford is routed does not mean that Northumberland will survive. Now we roll for him. First man at arms survived. 1 hit. Second man at arms. No, he didn't survive, and we'll move it here. Now, retinue. Remember, if there is no forces here, our retinue routes, the Lord routes. So we have 3 rolls. Retinue. 6. Reroll. 2. So 2 more hits, and we need to go with retinue. 3 survived, and 6. No. Also totally routed. Wow, that was bloody. They killed each other. Simple like this. Or they routed each other. Whether they killed, we'll see in a moment. Yeah. Now this engagement, and this would be interesting. These are heavy hitters, but maybe before the heavy hitters we'll do this one, because that seems like much quicker one. No special abilities before the engagement, so we go to the missile hits. So how many hits against those guys? 0. How many hits from here to here? 2, 4, 4.5, 5. So 5 hits here. Let's see. Retinue. Soak up first hit. Soak up second hit. Soak up the third hit. The fourth. Reroll with Valor. On the last roll. On the last roll, guys. That's really tough. I believe we would have. And actually, we had one more Valor to reroll. Yes, we had one more Valor to reroll. And okay, so we are fine. I believe we had 2 Valors to reroll. So now the melee strike 1, 2, 2.5. So this is 3 plus 3, 6. That will be it. Yeah, I believe it will be it. But still, they can inflict some damage. They have 4. So let's roll against the rebels first. Militia 1, 4. Good. The 2 longbowmen. Okay, 1 is gone. And we jump from 4 to 1. Yeah, because the 4 hits. And the last one will be on militia again. Still standing. Now 6 hits from against them without valor. Retinue keeps fighting, but only till the second hit. And they will be routed. Okay, not good. Now the heavy hitters. Let's look at the capabilities of the heavy hitters. So this Lord Man-at-Arms suffer -1 armor against missile strike, but melee strike ×2. At the start of round 1, you have this missile hits, and also this Lord retinue once per melee strike may suffer +1 hit to add 3 extra hits against enemy. Okay, I probably will do it. First of all, missile battle in this engagement. Here we have 6 hits. Longbowman 6 against Richard III. Here we have 6, 7, 8 against the Jasper Tudor, and we are using this, of course, Culverins and Falconets. Okay, doc. We roll a die and we add this. That's big. That's big. Okay, this is gone. Okay, let's start with the Richard. He will be taking the hits first. Oh no, we should start with the Jasper. So he has a lot of hits, 12 to survive. So he starts rolling against here, against the longbowman. 1 only saves longbowman, so 3 rolls. Sorry. Okay, so 3 hit, 1, 2, 3, and 1 longbowman actually survived. So let's roll once again against him. No, this time he didn't survive. Still 8 hits. We have 3 men-at-arms. Each of them has the protection normally 1, 3, but because of this, the protection is 1, 2. Let's roll. And yeah, 1 would be okay. By the way, this is 1, 2, 3 hits. And shall we reroll some of them? No, let's move them here. Let me know, roll for retinue. 4, this is fine. Again for retinue. 4, this is fine. Retinue. 5, we use valor. We reroll it. We are fine. 2 times more retinue. 3, this is fine. And this is fine. Now 6 hits against the Richard III. We'll start with the 3 longbowmen. All of them are gone. Now 3 militia. 3 of them are gone. Deadly battle. Okay. So what happens now? We have melee strikes, and we need to calculate how much melee strikes we'll have. We'll not use this final charge. I don't believe this is needed. This is 3, 4, 5, 6, 6.5, so 7 hits against the red ones. And here we have 3, and this is double, 5 hits. This should do the Jasper Tudor. Let's start with retinue. Unfortunately hit. So Jasper Tudor is also gone. Now, will Richard survive? He has 5 hits to soak up. First of all, Militia. No, Militia is gone. Now, men-at-arms, 1 free. Yes, so 1 hit. Another men-at-arms, 1 free. Another men-at-arms, 1 free. And once again, men-at-arms, 5. Let me put 2 roted here. Okay. So what happens now? Actually, what happens now? Here we have roted, slight roted units to roted, end of front road lords whose troops all roted or whose retinue roted. So we have a lot of roted lords, those two. We have also roted lord here and here. At the beginning of a tour, we would need to do the reposition. Actually, the reposition will mean that those guys will face each other. Those are done, those are done, those are done. So actually, let's leave only their cards to show that there is nothing more here. Normally, you know, we would also need to roll for survival over troops, but this is a short scenario. We don't need to do it. Okay, none of them were escaping, so they all will be rolling for the death on 3 to 6. But at the end of the battle, final battle, how many rolls? Actually, it's Henry Tudor against Richard III. It's so climatic. Missile hits 0, and here 2.5, 3. Wow, it can end badly. Okay, so third Richard has to survive the missile hit in order to hit badly in the melee. Retinue 3, retinue 4, and now I will go with men-at-arms 4. I'm not rerolling. Okay, and now the melee fight. How many Jasper Tudor is inflicting? 3, 4, 5, 5.5, 6. How many will Richard inflict? 3, 4, but he will take 1 more hit in order to inflict 3 more hits. Wow, let's see. Jasper Tudor first taking the hits. Remember, he still has this 1-4 on militia and on the longbowman. So militia. Let's reroll. Militia is gone, so first hit. Now there is no more of this special ability from militia, but still men-at-arms have 1-4. Longbowman has 1. Of course, it's hit. Okay, now we have men-at-arms. First men-at-arm. Okay, again men-at-arm. This is 1-4. Again men-at-arm. Wow, again. No, this is hit and he needs to go down. Last roll. Whether we roll for retinue or men-at-arms, doesn't matter. It's 1-4. Survived. Will Richard survive? 7 hits. 1-4 here. Hit. Valor. Okay. Again, retinue. We roll for retinue because here we have 1 3, here we have 1 4. Okay, fine. Fine. Now we are getting close. Fine. Oh, sorry. Too much rolls. He's still standing. Okay, we got 5. Reroll. Ah! Just at the end of the battle, this routed. So the battle finished with a Tudor's victory, standing with 1 and arms and retinue. Now we can check who of them survived and who died. 3-6, there is a death. Yeah, this is death. Richard III. He survived. Norfolk, he is dead. So actually, this one would be gone. I'm not sure how to mark it, but yeah, this one is gone, this one is gone, this survived. Now for Jasper Tudor and Oxford. Jasper Tudor, he is dead, and Oxford is dead. So those 4 guys are dead. This routed and will be in exile or somewhere else, and this one will be the king. Okay, guys, that was a short presentation how the battle works in the Plantagenet. I hope you like it. It was a very exciting battle. I really like this game. It's a really cool system and gives me a lot of fun, both in the campaign phase, but also in the battles, which I think are pretty nicely streamlined nowadays. And that's really, really cool. That's all for today. If you like this video, kindly please give thumbs up. If you'd like to see more, kindly please subscribe. There will be additional material on Plantagenet. We'll be actually showing what changed in comparison to the previous games in the series. Thank you for today, and thanks for watching.